primary goal, because a sustainable community is that, and you know, in much of New York, you know, the diversity.
Oh yes.
You know, proud, rich cultures.
Absolutely.
We are blending, but we have our, you know, we have our own and richness with great pride. Is I see with you, we were both, you know, our shoulders, our shoulders are standing tall. But to maintain that, and for anyone that comes in, to embrace that richness, that culture. There's so much to learn and know. I mean, when I came to the West Side in 1980, folks, you know, I was at Seagram, and folks would say to me, "Oh, you're going up there on the Upper West Side?" I knew my aunt was there. She and her husband, you know, came to Mitchell-Lama building. Professionals, teachers, artists, business folks, nurses, and on and on and on, and many are still here. And much like this community, as Harlem, they deserve to stay here. And so we've got to create and to make opportunities so that no one is displaced.
That's it.
And anyone who wants to stay here, remain here, continue to grow, can do that. And that's a challenge, but we're going, because there's so much development. And you know, housing is pricing a lot of folks out of the market. But that's going to be a major issue for me. We've got to tackle that one. I'll tell you the story. There was a woman I was chatting with, and she said, she's about 55 years old, a few years older than we are.
Okay.
And she said, you know, I live in a 5-story walkout, and I don't know how much longer I can, you know, do 5 stories. And I just, that continues to resonate with me, and I forget her name. But her circumstance is one that's top of mind to me, because she's been here through thick and thin, and she wants to stay in Harlem. She's lives on I think 117th Street near 5th Avenue. And in my mind, I'm saying to myself, there is no way that we can let her leave, and she should not be displaced from what has been her hometown. And so we've got to work at that. Next, education. You remember I was executive assistant to the school's Chancellor Rudy Crew, and I directed his Office of Business and Community Relations, obviously because of the work that, you know, the work that I've done in community relations with Controller's Office, as well as my whole corporate career of 17 years. But you know, we've got 4 districts comprising basically the 15th congressional, and 3 have been troubled districts forever. That cannot continue. And I want to establish education as something to be proud of, so our children to know that this is a standard that prepares them for their future. I want to work with parents, you know, to fully engage. I don't think that we, as elected officials, use the power of our mouth. The drumbeat. You know, there's the legislative, and there's certainly community development. But I think we have much, much more of an opportunity to reestablish standards that frankly have been historic in Black America, and therefore in all America. And so I'm going to work at the education issue and jobs. And touching on, you know, this whole piece of jobs, if you peel back jobs for young kids, you know, the high school, you talk about the jobless rate and whatnot, you peel back, you will look at kids who are not well educated. Have come through a system that has failed them, and no one's going to hire them, and that's just it. And so it begins with education, and it begins with a community saying education is important. Not only is education important, you're keeping your health, your body, you know, in good shape to be prepared and ready to work. And then we work on, you know, with this new entrepreneurial spirit. You walk all around this neighborhood, and especially in Harlem, where there are new restaurants, there are new stores. That's the origin of the workplace for young kids. These are just some of the ideas that I have. But and let me say this: the ideas that I have, but I think the better ideas are amongst people that I have not met yet. And so a primary theme for me, or an effort, will be to not only speak to folks, but to engage them. You know, as a manager and a leader all my life, I'll tell you straight up, I don't have all the answers. And I have been privileged to just feel the necessity to bring people in, particularly this challenging time, and folks want to come in. You know, I don't want to keep anyone out.
Right.
They are newer and younger folks in
we want
Harlem.
to hear from them.
We want to hear from them. They have good ideas. I'm talking to the next 2 generations behind us who are well schooled. Sadly, some of their corporate experiences have not been what they wanted. They've been right-sized and downsized. But gratefully, they have come into this community in Harlem, especially West Harlem, East Harlem, and started nonprofits. I want to work with them. They have great ideas about community development.
Absolutely.
They're natural entrepreneurs. They have decided, no, I don't want to work for someone. I want to have my own. I'm going to promote and produce and support and establish that. I'm going to listen to the best ideas from all, embrace that, and either put it into legislation, policy, or just the way we do things in the 15th Congressional District. So you can tell I'm really very, very excited.
May I use the word passionate? I could hear it and I can feel it, yes. Because it's our community.
It is.
It's not you're talking about them over there.
No.
It's us.
It's us. It's all of us. It's each and every one of us who wants to see something better for ourselves, the next generation, and just a good place to live. I want to stay. I know that the stories now like 29, 30 stories. I'm not so much in Harlem, thank goodness, but to look downtown and knowing that folks love the fact that you're uptown.
Yeah.
Uptown where it all starts. The Renaissance is back.
Oh my!
And we are much a part of that Renaissance.
Absolutely.
And the best of the 15th Congressional District is ahead of us. It really is.
Oh, Joyce, I will say this, and I know I'm out there. I have known this young lady for such a long time. I have watched her grow. And I think most people out there have an idea how old I am. So when I say this young lady, she knows exactly what I mean. I have watched this, I won't say this child because she's a full-grown woman, but I have watched her grow into womanhood and to see what she has done to help our community. Now that's the proof of the pudding. It's what have you done to make a difference where you are. And I can tell you how active you were in the various organizations, because like you know, I've been in the trenches, loved every minute of it, got pinched, but I've been, how does the thing go? I've been something I've been scorned, but I'm here still. What happened though, we might not agree on everything, but let's pick the best of what makes us work and let us join hands and work with Joyce S. Johnson. It would just thrill me to be able to say, as a commercial, there's a little country commercial that says, and I helped.
And I helped.
Okay.
I thank you, Grace. Just let me say to the people of the 15th Congressional District, I am looking forward to this challenge. And as we go in the next 2 months, as I will meet so many of you, and I will, because that's, you know, you can only walk your talk.
Yes.
As I said, to embrace folks, that's who I am. And I'm going to meet with you and talk with you on the streets. I loved Adam Clayton Powell Jr. The way he used to walk and folks knew him. He had a pulse on community. That's the way that I want to operate as a congresswoman. But I ask you for your vote.
Yes.
I ask you for that vote on Tuesday, September 14th, 2010. If you don't know me, please get to know me. My website is www.joyceforcongress2010.com. My cell phone number is 646-229-4777. Call me, talk with me, let's share ideas, and let's our future begin. Thank you so much. And Grace, thank you so much.
May I just say this though? Growing with Grace says, if you see someone without a smile, remember to give them one of yours.